Marko here from Fair Realty. About 6 years ago, I was driving a Honda Civic, and I had a Honda Civic for a long time, maybe 7 years. I made a video about how I felt that a lot of realtors driving luxury cars, Mercedes E-Class, BMW X5, Audi Q5, Q7, C-Class, etc., were using old school marketing tactics in terms of promoting themselves. And I got a lot of flack from realtors in Victoria for that video. A lot of them reported the video to Victoria Real Estate Board. The Victoria Real Estate Board made me shut it down. And by no means do I make any more comments about realtors driving luxury cars being old school marketing. However, over the years, or I should say over the last 8 months since I've had my Tesla, I've gone to quite a few showings, etc., where I've run into other realtors who remember that Civic video I made, and I think they view me as a bit of a hypocrite. They're like, oh, weren't you the guy who was saying, you know, you drive a Civic and everyone else drives a luxury car and they're doing old school marketing, but now you're driving a luxury car. And I think a lot of realtors really miss the point behind the Tesla. The price tag, yeah, it's a little steep, but this car, first of all, I save about $7,000 a year in gas. Second of all, the car doesn't require any maintenance, no oil changes, nothing. As my business has gotten busier over the years, I've bought up rental properties, etc. I've really learned to value my time, not having to do maintenance. That means 5 days a year that I don't have to take my car in for scheduled servicing. This car, I have 365 days a year. It's got some other amazing time-saving features. It's got real-time navigation, traffic navigation. So if there's an accident in the Pat Bay or the Trans-Canada Highway, automatically reroutes my route so I get to the fastest possible way to my appointment. It saves me a ton of time during the course of the week. Not to mention I charge it at home, so I never have to go to a gas station either. There's another 10 minutes I save each week. But the number one reason I got this car is I really believe it's important to provide my clients with hard, solid content. None of this, you know, I'm a top negotiator, this and that. And a lot of things I do, for example, such as building my house, where I was my own general contractor, I find are really valuable to my clients. When they ask me, Marko, how much does it cost to build a house? What's the process? I can give them a really good explanation because I built my house from scratch, acting as my own general contractor. Same with this car. I think in 10 to 15 years, electric cars are going to be huge. By having a Tesla, I've learned a lot about charging it at home. I know differences between 120 volt, 240 volt. I've learned a lot about strata corporations and charging these cars. So when my clients ask me for advice in terms of maybe they're considering buying property and they have an electric car, I have a huge up over someone, for example, driving a E-Class Mercedes. They're not living with an electric car day to day. So while a lot of realtors probably think I'm a bit of a hypocrite from upgrading from a Civic to a Tesla, there's a lot of good reasons. I didn't buy this car because it's an expensive car and it's flashy. I really think this is the way of the future, and I want to be educated about the future and not stuck in the past. That's it for this week. Marko, Juras, Fair Realty.